Well, he didn't get any love in the regular season MVP voting. He didn't finish in the top 8. Mike Brown stumped for him yesterday on our Zoom call, saying he's been one of the best two-way players in the league as far as taking charges and also leading this ball club. And, yeah, he's a big-time favorite to win Eastern Conference MVP. It's important to remember, Jalen Brunson was the first domino amongst this New York Knicks puzzle. When they traded for Josh Hart and OG Anunoby, that was to protect him on defense. When they traded for Karl Anthony Towns, that was to spread the floor and to expose his dominance as a leader. So, with all that said, there's an opportunity in front of him tonight that a regular season MVP vote cannot do. He can etch himself into Knicks history, into NBA history, by leading this team to the NBA Finals for the first time in over 25 years.
Yeah, he has looked unstoppable at times, certainly in this series. Vince giving us his thoughts. Knicks right now 2.5-point road favorites for this game. No way to sugarcoat this for the Cavs. Their prospects are definitely bleak. No NBA team has ever overcome a 3-0 series deficit. 163 teams have tried, and 163 teams have failed. We've seen it happen 4 times in the NHL, once in baseball, again, never in basketball. DraftKings has the Cavs as 20-1 long shots to become the first NBA team to complete the comeback. And we continue with our coverage from Cleveland with our Jamal Collier, who's handling the Cavs side of things. So, Jamal, take us inside the Cleveland locker room right now. What are the Cavs saying about this desperate spot they find themselves in?
Yeah, well, Kenny Atkinson went around to the players yesterday on the off day and asked simply, why do you believe? And the answers that he said he got gave him confidence, reassurance that this team hasn't quit and let go of the rope just yet. Got a range of answers from the guys, simply for the fact that they feel like they haven't hit shots, played well in this series so far. They pointed to the fact that they have won games against the Knicks, had success in the past, and even that 22-point deficit in Game 1 that they eventually lost in the fourth quarter and in overtime. And that's why Jalen Tyson highlighted the fact that they feel like they have not actually put a full 48 minutes of playing at their best together. This team, when they've had their backs against the wall, we're talking about the 2 Game 7s in the past 2 rounds, actually turned in their 2 best games and best performances. And Tyson went on to say it's about pride. The Cavs have to have pride, knowing the Knicks are going to come in here and try to sweep them on their home floor. And that's something he said they've got to take personally. Yeah,
Knicks looking for back-to-back sweeps. Of course, they are well-rested coming into this series because they swept Philadelphia. The Cavs, on the other hand, have had 2 7-game series leading into this. So how does the wear and tear right now affect Cleveland?
You can just see it. And Kenny Atkinson said, watching the film of Game 3 especially, the Knicks just looked like they were 2 steps faster than the Cavs, especially getting out in transition after some of those turnovers. And this is something that Cleveland is really paying for the last 2 rounds. Tough matchup against Toronto, a really physical series. Tough matchup against Detroit, a physical series. They had to rally down 0-2 in that series. 2 Game 7s. They played a game every other day since April 29th. That's Game 5 of the first round. But Donovan Mitchell wasn't ready to make excuses. He said, this is something that we did to ourselves, something we can't cry about now. They made their own bed, and now they got to lie in it.
Yeah, we looked it up. The Cavs have won a Game 4 when being down 3-0. That was in the 2017 Finals against the Warriors. We'll see if they can stave off elimination again tonight. Jamal giving us the latest on the Cavs. We'll look at Landry Shamet getting some shots up. He and the Knicks looking to close out Cleveland tonight. Shamet coming off a really nice game, 14-point performance in Game 3, second highest scoring game all postseason. The Knicks 8-0 this postseason when Shamet scores just a single point. Still to come on SportsCenter, Stephen A. stops by to tell us which team his Knicks should be more afraid of, the Thunder or the Spurs. Yeah, we're already moving on. Maybe cursing the team. Speaking of curses, The Miz stops by ahead of the clash of Italy this weekend. We'll talk about Danhausen's curse on the Miz's Cavs as they look to avoid elimination tonight.
The ESPN app is your home for WWE premium live events. If you want to be there for the biggest moments, you'll need the ESPN Unlimited plan. To sign up, go to the link below, or if you have ESPN from one of these providers, ESPN Unlimited is included at no additional cost. Just head to activate.espn.com. Follow the steps to get set up, and you are good to go. Then sign into the ESPN app, and boom! The biggest WWE premium live events, all in one place, anytime, anywhere.
You've got to try the softest sneaker ever. Hands-free, cozy fit Skechers slip-ins. Sneakers that are as soft and comfy as your favorite slippers. Just step in and go with no bending down or touching. Wrap your feet in hands-free, cozy fit Skechers slip-ins.
Great Clips gets that you hate to wait.
You bet I do.
That's why they have online check-in in the Great Clips app, so you can get a great haircut on your schedule and get right back in the game. Download the Great Clips app today.
Michelin innovates on the road and far beyond, with airless tires designed for exploring new frontiers. Michelin, motion for life.
I found a place. It's like the store just continues. I hear footsteps.
Backrooms, rated R.
When everything on the IHOP value menu is just $6, you can go all out. Because eggs, bacon, and fluffy pancakes are just $6 every day. And OMG, there's a new BLT. And it comes with fries. Celebrate every day for just $6 with the IHOP value menu.
America, let me be clear. If your car breaks down and your plan is to hope it won't cost too much, you're cooked. Done. Sayonara. Hope will not pay the bills. Hope ain't gonna replace your transmission. Hope isn't a defense I've ever heard of. That's why I ride with CarShield, America's most trusted auto protection. I'm talking an elite level defense that helps save drivers money when unexpected car repairs happen. And you know, I love a good defense. All it takes is one call to CarShield, and you could be riding just like me.
I shall kill you.
You can try.
A big army only means more targets. Who are you? I am He-Man. Masters of the Universe. Rated PG-13. June 5th.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the big crispy chicken sandwich that's so big the McDonald's McCrispy has nowhere to hide. Oh, never mind. It was hiding right there. Hey, little fella. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Nah, I'm not going.
Yes. Say yes. Why not? Sleep when you're my age.
Legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time.
DraftKings is proud to support veterans in what comes next.
What DraftKings has done is give something back to the veteran community.
With our partners, DraftKings Serves provides veterans with opportunities for career development and mentorship in life beyond service.
Without DraftKings support, our programs wouldn't exist.
That was a game changer.
To date, we've donated millions while supporting thousands of veterans. And we're not done yet. Visit DraftKings.com/serves to learn more. The crown is yours.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to get kicked in the face?
I think I could handle it. Do you want to watch a movie? Man Cave Movies has a lot of great options. Watch now on Fubo.
Not only is there no chance of a boring fight in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, there's no chance of a boring exchange. Bare Knuckle FC is here!
Do you feel it? That chill in the air, the presence in the room. From classic scares to cult nightmares, terrified, your fear amplified. Watch now on Fubo.
Brunson gets inside. His layup is good. Bridges' shooting is just unbelievable. And the Knicks red hot. They have been an offensive juggernaut. Sloppy turnovers. Oh, what a pass from Anunoby, and Bridges with the finish.
The Cavs are beating themselves with help from the Knicks. Make no mistake.
Brunson fakes, drives, gets inside. Lampy banks it home, and this is the largest lead of the game.
They're shooting the ball so well across the board that it can be demoralizing for the other team.
The Knicks are now 1 win away from their first finals appearance in 27 years.
Yeah, something special seems to be cooking right now for New York. The Knicks have launched this 10-game win streak right smack dab in the middle of this postseason, thanks in large part to the large man right smack dab in the middle. Is this Karl Anthony Towns moment? It is starting to feel that way. Now, hard to say it's been a tortured journey for a guy who's rich and famous and where Cat has been excellent. The team on the whole has been sublime. Just how good? The Knicks have outscored opponents by 22.5 per game this postseason. That's the highest mark in any 10-game span in NBA history, which includes the regular season. They are 9-1 against the spread in that span with 9 double-digit wins.
You've been very, very, very rude to Danhausen. So unfortunately, you are cursed.
Hey, you better be nice to Danhausen. Just ask Stephen A. Smith. How about them Knicks?
All right, I guess I've been paid, so. The New York Knicks. I guess you can be uncursed temporarily until I decide otherwise.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, to let them know that they are cursed.
Oh, that guy Danhausen, put the hex on Cleveland. That probably doesn't sit well with our next guest, WWE superstar, The Miz. So Miz, you and Danhausen, I know you guys have some history in the ring, on social media, and now he's cursed your favorite basketball team. Where does it end with this guy?
It doesn't end. This guy has been ruining my entire life, and he's going after my team, my Cleveland Cavaliers, who are down 0-3. Look, Danhausen is a curse in himself. And his face paint is the only curse that is around. There is no curse. The Cleveland Cavaliers are not cursed. They're going to get it together, and they're going to do something that's never been done before in the history of the NBA. They're going to come back from an 0-3 deficit, and they are going to win the Eastern Conference Finals, and then they're going to win the NBA Finals. They're going to be champions, and you heard it here. There is no curse, nothing like that. It's all good, and it's amazing. I'm ready for it.
You're doubling down, not just being the only team in NBA history to come out of an 0-3 hole, but then going on and win the finals as well. All right, so Kenny Atkinson hasn't been able to figure out how to get a win against the Knicks. What do you think they need to do? How do they save face and get a win tonight?
I think save face. First off, there is no more annoying fan base than the New York Knicks fan base. They have been loud, they have been obnoxious, and all I want to do is shut them up. And how do you shut them up, you ask? It's simple. When the backs are against the wall of the Cleveland Cavaliers, what has happened? We saw it with the Detroit Pistons. We saw what they did with them. Their backs were against the wall. They were down 0-2, and they came back and they won. That's exactly what they're going to do here. When their backs are against the wall, when everybody is doubting them, that is when Cleveland is at its best. That is when the Cleveland Cavaliers are dangerous, and that's exactly what's going to happen tonight. It's game by game. So tonight, we win, then we win again, then we win again, and we end up winning the entire thing. That's the way Cleveland rolls. Look, heroes are built when nobody believes. That is why they call us Believe Land. We are the land, we believe, and we will win.
I like the bravado. We'll see how it plays out tonight. Meanwhile, you're busy. This weekend, the WWE going abroad, their first ever premier event in Italy. So tell us, what can fans watching the Clash in Italy on Sunday expect with this? It's a big card. What can they expect?
I'll tell you what, man. Anytime you put Roman Reigns on a card, it's bound to be electric. Anytime you put Cody Rhodes on a card, especially he's going up against Gunther, it's electric. And now you put us in Italy. And if anyone remembers these fans from Italy, last time I was in Italy, the place was shaking. They blew the roof off the place. So not only are you going to get electric, incredible matches, but you're also going to get an audience that really knows how to bring the energy of a WWE PLE on ESPN. And it is going to be unreal.
All right, the Clash in Italy, Sunday, ESPN Plus. Our guy, The Miz, hoping to live La Dolce Vita. Hey, Miz, best of luck to you and your Cavs.
We don't need luck.
Okay.
The New York Knicks will need all the luck they can get. You can bring your Chalamets, you can bring your Spike Lees, you can bring your Stephen A. Smiths, but the fact of the matter is, we're coming for you, we're going to dominate you, and we're going to beat you. We're going to stomp you in your throats, and that's exactly what's going to happen to all your little New York Knicks fans out there. So we will shut you up.
If they pull it off, you're the guy who called. The Twins and White Sox started right off bottom one. Munetaka Murakami. It had been a while since he hit a home run, but there he goes. The solo shot. That guy made a terrible play on the ball. First home run in 9 days, 18th of the season. White Sox tied at 1-1. And then Drew Romo in the second. And that one's going to get over the wall. The two-run shot. His fifth of the season. So White Sox take the 3-1 lead. Sixth inning now. Chase Mydroth smokes one at third. The bounce, and Orlando Arcia gets Mydroth at first base. A little tip drill with Brooks Lee, and nice arm for Arcia. Twins defense doing their part. Ninth inning, tying run at the plate for the Twins. 2 outs. Victor Caratini. That is a can of corn, and that'll end the game. South side of Chicago, White Sox get the win. 3-1, the final. Let's get to the game of the day. Rays and Orioles at Camden Yards. Pick it up in the 11th. Victor Mesa Jr. leading off the 2-run shot. You figure, okay, 11 innings, good game. Rays up 4-2. The O's would come back to tie in the bottom half. Colton Cowser to try to win it. You saw his reaction. Just a fly ball. So the game would go to the 12th. Jonathan Aranda up. Runner on third base, Aranda. That'll do the job. Chandler Simpson scores, the fleet-footed Chandler Simpson, and the Rays go back on top 5-4. Is that it? Bottom 12, Gunnar Henderson. The shot, the collision, Cowser called out on the field, but after a review, he would be called safe. The Orioles tie it at 5 to the 13th. The former Oriole, Cedric Mullins, through the left side. Rays take the 6-5 lead. It's 7-5. Bottom half. Leody Taveras, the double down the line. The O's What a game. They're back within one. 2 batters later, Jackson Holliday. And that's a sac fly. Deep enough, plenty deep, in fact, to score Tavares. We're tied at 7, but the inning's not over. Next batter, Colton Cowser. He of the walk-off home run on Sunday, and he does it again on Monday. 2 walk-offs in as many days. The Orioles win in 13 innings, tied for the longest game in baseball this season. This just into SportsCenter. Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Wander Franco has been declared criminally responsible for the sexual and psychological abuse of a minor, but he will not serve time for it. Franco was arrested in January of 2024 after being accused in his native Dominican Republic of having a 4-month relationship with a girl who was 14 at the time. The now 25-year-old Franco signed an 11-year, $182 million contract with Tampa Bay in 2021, but his payment was put on hold after being placed on the restricted list in July of 2024. In a statement today, MLB said it will conclude its investigation, quote, at the appropriate time. Still to come on SportsCenter. Getting you ready for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Erin Dolan stops by with her best bets just ahead. Plus, Stephen A. stops by to tell us which team his Knicks should be more afraid of if or when they get there, the Thunder or the Spurs. There's a look at maybe the hottest guy in the NBA right now, Mikal Bridges, shooting 71% from the floor in this series, 69% from the floor in his last 8 games. That's an incredible number for a guy who's an outside shooter. Doing some ball handling here, a little over an hour before tip-off of Game 4 between the Knicks and Cavs. For most of my life, I was largely ignorant to the realities and the specifics of mental illness. And then several years back, someone very close to me fell into a deep depression, which combined with anxiety, it spun off into other issues. And it was dark, and it was bleak, and it was really, really scary. And this person tried everything: therapy, combinations of medication, alternative therapies, and nothing really helped. And this went on for years. And finally, something worked, something clicked. While I've been cautioned not to talk in absolutes about mental illness, cures, and any of that, thankfully this person is doing a lot better. And I'm so grateful for that. It wasn't exactly my fight to fight, but I certainly had a front row seat. And I learned a few things, some hard-earned wisdom. This is not something people are creating. It's not a failure, it's not a weakness, it's not a defect of character. It's something that's happening to you, whether it's genetics or past trauma or brain chemistry. It is something that's happening to that person. And we all need to be aware of that. So no blame and no shame.
Put a lime on your to-do list. Corona, La Playa awaits. Let's go for a walk.
Dad, can we go for the walk?
Hey, Dad. I couldn't sleep.
Great Clips gets that you hate to wait.
You bet I do.
That's why they have online check-in in the Great Clips app, so you can get a great haircut on your schedule and get right back in the game. Download the Great Clips app today.
There's salad. There's bread. And if you want the perfect bite in every bite, try the all-new Salad Stuffers. Take any Panera salad you're craving and stuff it. Stuff it, stuff it, stuff it. The all-new Salad Stuffers at Panera.
Hi, I'm Lily Pad.
The age of toys is over! Extinction, not again!
On June 19th, it's toys.
What are you, some sort of old man toy?
Whoa! What? She thinks you're old because you're bald, Woody.
Versus tech.
She's getting away, boss!
So long, toys.
The battle is on.
It's Smarty Pants, hygiene instructor.
He'll wipe your... Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. PG, June 19th.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Verizon it is. Anyone can bring their AT&T or T-Mobile bill, and they'll give you a better deal.
Isn't Verizon expensive?
No. Better deal, best 5G network. I'll take this little red situation here.
Don't call it that.
Bring in your AT&T, T-Mobile, Spectrum, or Xfinity bill for a better deal today.
On your way.
You're not as cool as Verizon.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try viral hacks. Use outdoor fridges. Freezers, too. Oops. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
Michelin innovates on the road and far beyond by manufacturing prosthetic leg belts that allow for greater flexibility of movement. Michelin, motion for life.
We have a job to do. That's just the most important thing right now.
The Knicks are now 1 win away from their first finals appearance in 27 years.
The Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks, Cavaliers, Game 4 on ESPN.
At most Warby Parker stores, you'll find a magical hidden door that leads to something rather amazing. An eye exam, often overlooked beyond the rows of gleaming glasses. This humble yet incredibly important room houses some of the most advanced eye exam equipment around. Look at that digital retinal imaging. And behind every great exam is an expert-friendly eye doctor who will check your eyes and provide you a prescription. Also quite magical. Book your appointment today.
Wonderful cross and a header to match.
What's your take? Are we underrating Duke as a national championship contender?
Look at that uppercut. The losses in this game are tough. You're going to live with those for the rest of your life.
Welcome back to Sims Complete. I'm your host, Matt Sims, alongside the man himself, Double Sticks, Phil Sims.
Does he know what a wobbler is? Could he just pull the ball that wobbles once? Just smoking it.
I'm never a huge analytics guy. At a certain point, they're a lamppost to a drunk person. You can lean on them, but it won't get you home. At a certain point, you got to have a good feel for the game.
Analytically, I think we've won the I said 3 out of 3. We're 2 out of 3 in the expected. I don't know if you guys follow that. There's like an expected score, and we won 2 out of the 3. And I know you're looking confused. We have this feeling, then I can go to our analytical table and be like, man, we are. And I think last night it was, the expected score was like 1 point or 2. And I know no one wants to hear that. I think you guys like hearing that. I know, general public, no one wants to hear that. Everyone's outcome based. And, sure, I get that too.
Let's see if Stephen A. wants to hear it. So what he's saying there, for the people who are confused, Kenny Atkinson is basically saying if his team was making the shots they'd normally make and the Knicks were missing the shots they'd
Don't want to hear that nonsense from your coach. And I say it's nonsense, not because of the substance of it all. We all get the fact that, guess what?
Who would you be more afraid of facing in the finals, the Thunder right now or the Spurs?
I got to tell you that right now, believe it or not, it would be the Spurs. Because even though the Thunder, the reigning defending NBA champions that walked into San Antonio and won Game 3, in the end, what transpired in Game 4 really, really matters. Not only did they get blown out, not only did they come out so flat, not only did they shoot about 15% from three-point range and about 31% from the field, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was held in relative check, but they've got a couple of injuries in their backcourt. And so when you look at the fact that health is an issue, J-Dub is out, and you've got others that are hobbling around, it does become a bit concerning. Now, you juxtapose that to the San Antonio Spurs. They're young, they can be erratic, but their primary ball handlers in De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper, they're back. They weren't there for games, in Fox's case, he wasn't there for games 1 and 2, and Harper obviously got injured in the first game. The point is that Stephon Castle had primary ball handling responsibilities, and he had about 20 turnovers. That's not his position. He's playing out of position. He's an off guard. He's a small forward. He's a tweener in that way. Rough rider, fearless as hell, really attacks with vigor, goes after you. He's a treasure to watch and to have on your squad. But being point guard is not his position. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You got De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper up in there as your primary ball handlers. And when you combine that with Castle, and then you look at Wembanyama at 7'5" and the havoc he causes, that is cause for concern if you're a New York Knicks fan. I can't deny it.
Whoever comes out of that Western Conference is going to be a little bit of a handful for anyone. But
the favorite.
Knicks are playing really well right now. Stephen A., you can catch him, of course, every day on First Take. We appreciate the time. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, as we've talked about, just a win away from the NBA Finals. Brunson, he's been exceptional, averaging over 28 a game in the series, including 20 points per in the second half in this series. Game 4 of Knicks-Cavs tipping off shortly after 8 Eastern on ESPN. And our betting analyst, Aaron Dolan, joins us now. So, Aaron, Cavs backs up against the wall. The Knicks can smell that first NBA Finals appearance this century. With all that in mind, how are you playing tonight's Game 4 in Cleveland?
I'm looking at the Cavs in the first half. I would take the plus half a point here. Look, there's something to be said about a team that's on a brink of elimination. If they are going to do anything, I do believe the Cavs can do something in the first half because, quite frankly, they have to. They cannot start out slow. If you go back to Game 3, the New York Knicks, they were great on offense, they were great on defense. They were up the entire game. The Knicks are the better team. I expect the Knicks to win this game, and they've covered every game so far this series. So that's why I'm just going to isolate this to the first half, though, and the Cavs give it their all. I'll take them plus half the point in the first half. Also, as for player props, looking at James Harden to go over 4.5 rebounds. He's hit over this mark in 2 or 3 games that he's played in this series, averaging 5 rebounds per game. Meanwhile, the books, they haven't adjusted his rebounds prop whatsoever in this series. It's been posted at 4.5 in each game, and this just feels a little low for a guy that he's going to have to be aggressive in this game. I think he will be, so I still like it at over 4.5 rebounds for him. And then as for another player prop that I'm looking at, how about Karl Anthony Towns to go over 16.5 rebounds and assists? This is a player combo for you guys. If you look at the rebounds alone, he's averaging 11 so far in this series. But what really stands out to me is the fact that he's averaging 6.1 assists in this year's playoffs, which is more than double his average during the regular season. He's also had 3 games so far in this postseason of having 10 or more assists. So getting this at 16.5 feels a little bit low for a guy like Karl Anthony Towns. So again, taking him over 16.5 rebounds and assists.
Yeah, Cat kind of unique. He'd be the third 7-footer ever to average 6 assists per game in the playoffs. We'll see if he can keep it up, but he's going good right now. Aaron, with some betting insight into the possible clincher tonight in Cleveland. There's a look at Sam Merrill. The Cavs could certainly use him to start knocking down some shots. An excellent outside shooter, but you see the numbers there. Just 26% from beyond the arc. Again, tip-off a little after 8, just over an hour from now.
You've got to try the softest sneaker ever. Hands-free, cozy fit Skechers slip-ins. Sneakers that are as soft and comfy as your favorite slippers. Just step in and go with no bending down or touching. Wrap your feet in hands-free, cozy fit Skechers slip-ins.
Great Clips gets that you hate to wait.
You bet I do.
That's why they have online check-in in the Great Clips app, so you can get a great haircut on your schedule and get right back in the game. Download the Great Clips app today.
Michelin innovates on the road and far beyond. With airless tires designed for exploring new frontiers. Michelin, motion for life.
It's like the store just continues. I hear footsteps.
Backrooms, rated R.
When everything on the IHOP value menu is just $6, you can go all out. Because eggs, bacon, and fluffy pancakes are just $6 every day. And OMG, there's a new BLT. And it comes with fries. Celebrate every day for just $6 with the IHOP value menu.
America, let me be clear. If your car breaks down and your plan is to hope it won't cost too much, you're cooked. Done. Sayonara. Hope will not pay the bills. Hope ain't gonna replace your transmission. Hope isn't a defense I've ever heard of. That's why I ride with CarShield, America's most trusted auto protection. I'm talking an elite level defense that helps save drivers money when unexpected car repairs happen. And you know, I love a good defense. All it takes is one call to CarShield, and you could be riding just like me.
I shall kill you.
You can try.
A big army only means more targets. Who are you?
I am He-Man. Masters of the Universe. Rated PG-13. June 5th.
My pain.
How do you top this card? Could this be it? Oh, let's hook lands! But I never stop running. The king has returned! Open your eyes and see the fight I have burns inside of me.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Les saluda Juan Manuel Márquez y quiero invitarlos para que asistan a ProBox TV.
You know what time it is. It's lights out.
¡Se acabó! ¡Se acabó! Un nuevo capítulo de dos. Por uno. ¿Dónde está el tequila?
Welcome back to SportsCenter. Phillies and Padres underway in America's finest city. And here's Kyle Schwarber leading baseball in home runs. First inning, full count. And Schwarber hits a line shot and gone. Number 21 on the year for Schwarber. Again, leads baseball. That's his 8th first inning home run of the season. Also, this just into SportsCenter. Jalen Williams of the Thunder now listed as questionable for tomorrow's Game 5 in OKC against the Spurs with a hamstring strain. That's it for this edition of SportsCenter. NBA tip-off is next. Enjoy the hoops.
Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs know the history of teams down 3-0, and it's not good. They're 0-163. Jeez. Can Evan Mobley and Cleveland win at home and avoid a sweep? Or will Jalen Brunson and the Knicks continue their every day. But on this day, Memorial Day, it is spoken with reverence, with a solemn dignity, and at the same time, but what this day also brings to mind is the memory of just how difficult it was for my dad, even decades later, to speak of his childhood friend.
About like, hey, sorry, but we asking a lot from you. This situation.
We're not though. I mean, New York because it's Wemby, but like, he doesn't guard Wemby a ton of the time. A lot of that's Hartenstein. They put Jalen Williams on him. They put Kenrich Williams on him, and he's not been a factor in 3 of the 4 of these games. And this is someone who's been an All NBA player and a first team All Defense. People are saying he's like the second best defensive player in the league. And I mean, quite frankly, this Thunder performance. I mean, it was very gratifying to see their offensive not become like a huge part of the story, and SGA get hitting with the flopper chant constantly and not be that. But like, this was a soft performance from the Thunder team all the way around, with maybe the exception of Hartenstein in the first quarter. This was a genuinely soft performance. I mean, I will say you got a couple signature plays from all of them.